Welcome to Mona Patil Tutorials. Today we are going to learn about part 2 of acid, bases and salt of standard 9, chapter 5, Science and Technology Maharashtra Board. Student, I would advise to you watch the part 1 of this chapter first and then only watch the part 2. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to understand. Also, watch the complete videos. So, let's start our lesson acid, bases, and salts. So, in second videos, the first part is the pH of solution. So we have seen that acid and bases dissociate to smaller or larger extent on dissolving in water forming H plus and OH minus ions respectively. So H plus and OH minus ion or hydrogen and hydroxide ions are found in different proportion in all natural aqueous solutions, and that determines the properties of those solution. So for example here, the proportion of hydrogen and hydroxide ion divide soil into the acidic, natural and basic type of soil. It is necessary for blood cell, cell slab, sap, etc. to have H plus and OH minus ion in certain definite proportion for their proper functioning. Fermentation carried out with the help of microorganism, other biochemical process and also many chemical process require the proportion of hydrogen plus and OH minus ion to be maintained with the certain limits. Pure water also undergoes a dissociation to a very small extent and gives rise to H plus and OH minus ion in equal proportion. In the reaction, you can see the H2O dissociation gives H plus OH minus ion. So, due to this property of water to undergo the dissociation, there exists both H plus and OH minus ion in any aqueous solution. However, their concentration may be different. Now you can look at the table here, pH of some common aqueous solution. So here the solution has given, list of solution has given, and you can see the middle number like 7, 7.0. This indicate the neutral. Okay, so which substance or solutions are neutral? Pure water, sugar solution. Okay, then below the number of 7, like here 6.5, 6, these are the smaller number than 7. So this decreasing order of number indicate the increasing pH number or increasing pH of the solution, and finally here it is 0.0, and this tells us the pH of the strong acid. Okay, and here now the above number of 7 like 7.4, say 8.5 till 14, the strong bases indicate here. So strong bases number is 14. The strong number base pH is 14. So in this way, this is called as pH scale. Okay, and middle number 7 indicate the neutral. Then the concentration of H plus ion formed by a dissociation of water at 25 degrees Celsius is 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter. At the same temperature, the concentration of H plus ion in 1 mole solution of hydrochloric acid is 1 into 10 raised to 0 mole per liter. Thus, we see that the common aqueous solution range of H plus ion concentration is very wide from 10 raised to 0 to 10 raised to minus 14 mole per liter. In 1999, the Danish scientist Sorensen introduced a convenient new scale of expressing the H plus ion concentration, which is found to be very useful in the chemical and biochemical processes. It is the pH scale, or pH means power of hydrogen. So The pH scale extends from 0 to 14. According to this scale, pure water has the pH or power of hydrogen is 7, meaning pure water has H plus ion is equal to 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter. pH 7 indicates a neutral solution. This pH is the midpoint of the scale. The pH of an acidic solution is less than 7 and that of the basic solution is greater than 7. The table gives the pH values of some common solution that we have just observed now. Now about the universal indicators. So we know that some natural and synthetic dyes shows two different colors in acidic and basic solution, and such dyes are used as acid base indicators. In the pH scale, the pH solution varies from 0 to 14 in accordance with the strength of acid or base. To show this variation in pH, a universal indicator is used. A universal indicator shows the different color at different values of pH. So here you can see some papers are there. Here is the pH or pH meter is there, and this is what a different color show the pH of substance or their acidity or basicity or neutral, basic or acid form. So a universal indicator is made by mixing a several synthetic indicators in a specific proportion. The pH of a solution can be determined by means of universal indicators, solution or pH paper made from it. However, the most accurate method of measuring the pH of solution is to use an electrical instrument called as pH meter. So this instrument you can see here is called as pH meter. So in this method, the pH measured by a dipping electrode. So here the electrodes are dipped into the solution, and thereafter we can get the pH on this pH meter. Okay. Then next, the reactivity of acid and bases. So in that first reaction is the neutralization reaction. So in the neutralization reaction, you can see here the pH increases as NaOH solution is added drop by drop to the HCl solution. The answer lies in the process of dissociation. Both hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide dissociate in their aqueous solution. Addition of NaOH solution to HCl or hydrochloric solution is like adding a large concentration of OH minus ion to a large concentration of H plus ion. So however, water is dissociated into hydrogen and hydroxide ion to a very small extent. Therefore, on mixing the excess of OH minus combined with the excess of H plus ion to form the H2O molecule, which mix with the solvent water. This change can be represented by the ionic equation. Here, the hydrogen plus chlorine means hydrochloric acid plus sodium hydroxide, and it gives the Na plus Cl minus and plus H2O means water. So it can be seen from the above equation or this equation that sodium plus and chlorine minus ions are on both the sides. Okay. So H plus and OH minus form the H2O. Therefore, the net ionic reaction is what? H plus OH minus and gives H2O. So as the NaOH solution is added drop by drop to the HCl solution, the concentration of H plus goes on decreasing due to combination with the added OH minus, and that is how the pH goes on increasing. So when enough NaOH added to HCl, the resulting aqueous solution contain only the sodium ion and sodium cation and chlorine anion. So, and that is NaCl, a salt and solvent water, the only source of H plus and OH minus ions. So, in this solution, dissociation of water, therefore, this reaction is called the neutralization reaction. The neutralization reaction also represented by the equation like it is a simple equation, and from this equation we can immediately come to know about the neutralization. So neutralization is nothing but acid plus base. It may be strong acid and strong base, and then we can obtain the salt and water. So here we strong acid have taken HCl, hydrochloric acid, and here strong base like sodium hydroxide. And from this reaction, sodium chloride, a common table salt, can form plus water. So this is actually the neutralization reaction. Now here in the table, complete the following table of neutralization reaction and also write down the names of acid, base and salt in it. So here acid like nitric acid given and base is not given. From the product we can come to know what base can be there. KNO3, so NO3 come from this. So K is here. Okay. So K and OH make the base. So KOH means potassium hydroxide. Here the acid not given, base only given. So ammonium hydroxide react with the acid, then obtain NH4 to SO4, and SO4 means H2SO4. Hydrogen we will attach here, so H2SO4 sulfuric acid will obtain, and the along with this salt the next component will left in a product is what? Water. So H2O. Here KOH and KBr. So here OH is given already in base. Now here H plus only ion to add. So H and here Br. So HBr is the strong acid plus KOH strong base. It can be give the potassium bromide and water. Okay. So in the neutralization reaction, an acid react with base to form a salt and water. We can infer from this all reaction about the neutralization reaction. Next, reaction of acid with metal. So now different metals or others, metal oxide reaction with the acid and base we are going to study. The reaction of acid with metal is determined by the strength and the concentration of the acid, and also by the reactivity of the metal and the temperature. So it is easy to bring about the reaction of dilute solution of strong acid with moderately reactive metal at normal temperature. So here basically the metals are three types. They are highly reactive, moderately reactive and low reactive. Okay, or less reactive. From that, so here the first reaction is what? Reaction of acid with metal. And in this reaction, here you can see dilute hydrochloric acid pour on the magnesium ribbon piece. So in that case, the hydrogen gas will evolve, or bubble of hydrogen will come out. And here the test tube has closed with the rubber cork. Okay, and then suppose you will put here a mastic burning candle, then you can see with an explosion. Okay, burning of hydrogen with an explosion. So magnesium metal react with the dilute hydrochloric acid and inflammable gas hydrogen is formed. So during this reaction, the reactive metal displaces hydrogen from the acid to release the hydrogen gas. At the same time, the metal is converted into basic radical, which combine with the acid radical form the acid to form the salt. Okay. So here complete the following reaction. Metal, here dilute acid, it gives salt plus water. So here magnesium metal react with the hydrochloric acid, give the magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. Here zinc metal will react with the sulfuric acid. Here SO4 means here definitely H2SO4 will come. So after forming a salt zinc sulfate, here we left hydrogen gas. Okay. Next is here metal and dilute acid is not given, but here given copper NO3 means copper is the metal and NO3 attached with the hydrogen means nitric acid will react with the metal copper and obtain salt copper nitrate and plus hydrogen gas will evolve. Next, reaction of acid with oxide of metal. So here the chemical formula of red oxide is the Fe2O3. The water insoluble red oxide react with the hydrochloric acid to produce the water soluble salt FeCl3. This gives the yellowish color to the water. The following chemical equation can be written for the chemical change. So here iron oxide react with the hydrochloric acid and obtain iron chloride as a salt and water can be obtained. So here some reaction is given. Calcium oxide is react with hydrochloric acid, then calcium chloride and water can be obtained here. Okay, this reaction MgO means magnesium oxide will react with the MgCl aqueous. Cl is there means definitely HCl will be here. Dilute acid is the HCl. Zinc oxide react with the hydrochloric acid, it forms zinc chloride and H2O. Aluminate oxide react with the hydrogen fluoride, then it will obtain hydrogen aluminum fluoride and H2O. So this is the reaction of acid with the oxide metal. So when acid react with the oxide metal, it form salt and water. Next is reaction of base with oxide of non-metal. So base react with the oxide of non-metal to form salt and water. Hence oxide of non-metals are said to be acidic in nature. Sometimes oxide of non-metals themselves are said to be example of acid. So here you can see the reaction. Oxide of non-metal react with the base to form salt and water. So carbon dioxide is the non-metal. We know that non-metal are exist in three states. All of three states like liquid, solid and gases. So this is the gases example of non-metal. It is react with the base, strong base NaOH and form the sodium carbonate and water. So sodium carbonate is the type of salt. Here KOH react with the metal oxide. So which metal oxide will be there? Potassium. Okay. And obtain the potassium carbonate and hydrogen, water. Then SO3 is the gas which react with the sulfuric acid to form the Na2SO4 means sodium sulfate and obtain the water. So zinc oxide react with the sodium hydroxide to form sodium zincate or sodium zinc oxide and water. Similarly, aluminium oxide react with the sodium hydroxide to form sodium aluminate and water. Then here reaction of acid with the carbonate and bicarbonate of metal. Here in this activity, so what type of activity here has taken? Fit and bend tube in a rubber core, take some lime water in the test tube and keep it handy. So take some baking soda and another test tube and add some lemon juice to it. Immediately fit the bent tube over it and insert in other end into the lime water. So what you will come to observe, both the test tube repeat the procedure using washing soda, vinegar and dilute HCl. So in this activity, when lime water come in contact with the gas, release in the form of an effervescence. Effervescence means rapid bubbles come from the solution. So it turns milky, and this is a chemical test for carbon dioxide gas. When lime water turn milky, we infer that the effervescence is of carbon dioxide gas. This gas is produced on reaction of acid with carbonate and bicarbonate salt of metal. A precipitate of calcium carbonate produced on its reaction with the lime water calcium hydroxide. This reaction can be repeated or represented by the following. So calcium hydroxide in aqueous state plus carbon dioxide in gas state obtain the calcium carbonate salt and water. Then what is meant by salts? So type of salt are acidic, basic and neutral salt. So we have seen the salts are formed by reaction between acid and base. Though this reaction is called neutralization reaction, the resulting salts are not always neutral. A neutral salt is formed by neutralization of strong acid by strong base. The aqueous solution of neutral salt has pH equal to 7. An acidic salt is formed by neutralization reaction between strong acid and a weak base. So the pH of aqueous solution of an acidic salt is less than 7. On the contrary, a basic salt is formed by neutralization reaction between weak acid and strong base. The pH of an aqueous solution of such a basic salt is greater than 7. Now, water of crystallization, a last point of this lesson. Ionic compound are crystalline in nature. So these crystals are formed by as a result of definite arrangement of ions. So in the crystal, some compound water molecule are also included in this arrangement, that is the water of crystallization. So along with the crystalline compound, there some molecule of water is also present. So the water of crystallization is present in a definite proportion of the chemical formula of the compound. It is indicated in the chemical formula here given. Crystalline blue vitriol, so copper sulfate with the 5 molecule of water. Crystalline ferrous sulfate, 7 molecule of water. And crystalline washing soda, sodium carbonate with the 10 molecules of water. Crystalline alum or potassium sulfate, aluminate sulfate is 24 molecules of water. So here crystalline substance contain water of crystallization. The molecule of water of crystallization are part of the internal arrangement of the crystal. On heating or just by keeping, the water of crystallization is lost and the crystalline shape of that part is lost. So ionic compound and electrical conductivity. So here electrons conduct electricity through the electrical wires, and ion conducted electricity through a liquid or a solution. So electrons leave the battery at the negative terminal and complete the electrical circuits and enter the battery at the positive terminal. When there is a liquid or a solution in the circuit, 2 rods, wire or plates are immersed in it. These are called electrodes. Electrodes are usually made of conducting solid. The electrode connected to the negative terminal of a battery by means of a conducting wire is called cathode, and the electrode connected to the positive terminal of battery is called anode. So here in ionic compound, the anode and cathode plays an important role. So you can see with the diagram dissociation of ion and electrical conductivity. The characteristics of the liquid state is the mobility of its particle. Mobility means movement. Due to this mobility, the positive charge cation in the solution are attracted toward the negative charge of or cathode and moves toward the cathode. So here opposite charge are attracted to the opposite charge of the rod. Okay. So here the movement of ions in the solution towards the repetitive electrodes or respective electrodes amount to the conduction of electricity through the solution. From this you will understand that those liquids or solution which contain a large number of dissociated ion conduct the electricity. Here electrolysis. So electrolysis means what? Decomposition of solute in solution took place due to the electric current. This is called electrolysis. So here two parts in the electrolysis process. These are the cathode reaction and anode reaction. Means here copper is the cathode and carbon rod is the anode. And on this both the rod the reaction is take place. So let me see first about the cathode reaction. So cathode reaction on copper, as heat metal it lost the electron and so obtain the copper atoms in solid state. And anode reaction, copper solid deposited, as the copper lost the electron, it deposited on copper ion will deposit on this rod, carbon rod. Okay. Next, so it is found in the above activity that volume of the gas formed near the cathode is double that of the gas formed near the anode. Scientists have shown that hydrogen gas is formed near the cathode and oxygen gas near the anode. From this, it is clear that electrolysis of water has taken place and constituent elements have been released. The concerned electrode reaction are as follows. First, here the cathode reaction. Here on cathode reaction, two molecules of water added with that or accepted the two electron and form hydrogen gas, and here 2 OH minus in aqueous solution. Okay. Anode reaction, so 2 H2O in liquid state, what oxygen gas has deposited plus 4 hydrogen in aqueous solution and 4 electrons has released. So this is about the whole lesson. Here we finish the lesson acid based and salts. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. If you have liked my teaching, this press on like button and share this video with your friends. Watch this video for at least 2 or 3 times. We will meet in the next video. Like this till then. Bye bye.